Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honor to our apostle, elders, and bishops of great millstone. We will teach one sound doctrine. And strong shalom to the hopeful elect and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. Let the Lord have mercy on these last days. All right, these perilous times, perilous days, the dangerous days that the Lord has currently, that we're currently living in, and what the Lord is allowing to approach here soon, man. You know, the title the Spirit gave me was "The Earth Will Shake." All right, the earth will shake with the Lord's fireworks. Okay, the earth will shake with the Lord's fireworks. Okay, because you just had the 4th of July. All right, the 4th of July yesterday. You know, niggas still celebrate. They celebrate things in Esau society for days. You know, birthdays, his holidays, and so forth. So this is going to continue out through the weekend because you got some people that had to work during that time. You know, some people didn't, but nonetheless, the earth will shake. You know, with the true fireworks, which is the ICBM missiles that Yahawashi is getting ready to what he's conjuring up with these various nations, man. Because the scriptures say, "Let the weak say I am strong," and now these different nations have conglomerate amounts of warheads, which contains other missiles within them, right? Like the scriptures say in Revelations. Matter of fact, start there. We're gonna start right there. Let's go to Revelations 9. Let's start at Revelations 9. Come on, bear with me, because this is prophesied in the Bible. You know, the destruction of the future of this place, which we currently dwell in, called America. Be careful with my words, but you know, the place of the red, white, and blue, the place that's esteemed above all states and cities in the world. All right, this place is going to be hit, man, by these warheads that the Lord has allowed countries to acquire. Okay, this is Revelations chapter 9, and we're going to just start at 12. It says, one woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes hereafter. Woe means death or destruction, right? And you know, the first 2 world wars came, and now we're entering in to the 3rd world war, right? Which we're soon approaching. It says in the 6th angel, right? Because between the 6th and 7th plague, the elect have to be beamed up, because that's when, you know, judgment is going to happen here on the earth, mainly here in Babylon the Great, and small areas, or what are areas in which the small has dwell at in Jerusalem. It says, and the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar, which is before the Most High, saying, the 6th angel, which had the trumpet, loosed the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And you're right, we know the Euphrates is now drying up, because Yahawashi prophet he told us through the prophecy that the river Euphrates will dry up to prepare the kings of the east. Okay, because so they can go on dry ground for easier access, okay, into the battle. Okay, and the Euphrates is an important river, and it's a huge river. Okay, it's likened to the Mississippi River here in America. It cuts through the whole state, okay, and it provides water, all right, for the whole country. It says 15, and the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the 3rd part of men. The 3rd part of men will be Esau, Edom, because you have 3 classifications of men: the sons of God, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. And he will be considered the sons of the wicked, the son of perdition, meaning destruction, and he's the man of sin. Okay, so he's the man of destruction. So the third part of man, Esau, the Lord is coming to slay the third part, his portion. It says in the verse 16, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, right? Which is 200 million, right? And I heard the number of them, right? They're warheads and Sodom missiles, okay? And those are going to produce, you know, when they're shot in the air, they release another plethora of missiles within itself that breaks off, okay, and into the atmosphere as you see on the screen. And you got warheads. All right, you got the warheads inside the missiles, the main machine of the missile that hold the multitude of warheads within itself. Okay, so it's going to be a great shaking. Why? Because these warheads are going to go into the atmosphere and they're going to pierce the firmament and come back into the firmament at a massive rate. All right, with full force. Okay, with full force, controlled by those silos to hit the ground in which these people commit iniquity on, man. And it's gonna be so many hitting it that it's gonna literally shake the earth, man. Okay, it says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and adjacent and brimstone. The heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, right? Because the fierceness, the power, all right, the fierceness, the power in his head, the warhead, the front part of the warhead, the head of it, right? And out of their mouths issue fire, okay, and smoke and brimstone, okay. So that's where their power is at, in the front of the missile. That's what's going to actually hit the ground, hit the atmosphere, hit the things in which pertain to Esau, okay. And that fire is going to propel it. It's going to kick it, right? You know, the horses, right? The power, whereas the heads of lions, the multiple warheads that I mentioned, you know. By these, verse 18, by these three was the third part of man killed. Like I said, Esau, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power, right, the warheads is in their mouth. That's the power. That's what's going to shake the earth. And their tails, right? That's what is the tails? The tails is the delivery system. Okay, right? The silos that control and propels the missile in its direction it needs to go. For their tails were like unto serpents and had heads, and with them they do hurt. Meaning what? They kill / destroy. So these warheads that's coming, it's not. They don't have these things created to have in museums and for display and have war games and war shows for no reason. No, these things are actually meant to for war, man, to do damage. Okay, this is Revelations 3:12. It says, "Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my power, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, in the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which coming down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name." Right. The reason I wanted this, right, is the first part of this verse. It says, "Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out." Why? Because we just went over this chapter as a camp, right, in our class. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this out is because one of the major points mentioned here is this is talking about Yahawashi. This is red letter, and Yahawashi is referring to the Church of Philadelphia, which was what one of the top churches, right, which means brotherly love. But one thing about the city of Philadelphia, they were known for earthquakes. Okay, they were known for a lot of earthquakes, and they would have to leave the city. They knew when it was coming for the most part, and they would have to leave the city, meaning go out. And then when it was over, come back in because it wasn't safe. Now, and Yahawashi is making reference to this, right? Because he's talking to the Church of Philadelphia, okay? And he's making reference about we're not gonna have to go out no more. We're not gonna have to go out to you know well, we in a sense we're gonna have to go out, Lord willing. The elect, they're gonna be beamed over to the chariots, but until the earthquake overpass. But in a sense of the pillars, the Lord's gonna make pillars, which when you go into the ancient world, you go into the ancient monuments or ancient building structures that from destroying winds, from destroying earthquakes, and what have you. The things that still stand to this very day are those pillars that are attached to that foundation. So the earthquake would shake the land, okay, and the only thing that's going to be able to stand this earthquake are those pillars, which are the elect, okay. They're going to be protected from the Lord's fireworks, man, okay. They're going to be protected from the Lord's fireworks, man, okay. When you go to Isaiah 24 real quick. This is Isaiah 24 and I think it's 20. Let me see. So back here. This is Isaiah 24 and 20. It says, let's start at 19. It says, the earth is utterly broken. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. It's gonna move to and fro like a drunkard. A drunkard moves side to side, man, all over the place, diagonal, side to side, have no grip, has no control of its movement. Okay, and that's how the Earth is gonna rock back and forth, because why the ICBM missiles are gonna pierce the land, man, at a rate that you cannot stop. Esau don't have he don't have and the Lord did that on purpose. He didn't have Esau build a defense mechanism to be able to combat the silos or the warheads that's going to be piercing the sky. He don't have that. That's why he have underground bunkers. Why would I need to build underground bunkers if I'm claiming to be the greatest? If I have the greatest military and the greatest defense system, I won't need to build underground bunkers. I'm very confident in my artillery, how you say it, artillery, my armory. You know, it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. So, like the Lord just said, it shall come to pass. I mean, it's going to happen. It's going to happen in that day. What day? The day of the Lord. You see, World War III is the day of the Lord. Okay, the judgment that comes from it is what the Lord had ordained. This is Jeremiah 51 and 11. Make bright the arrows, and that's what you see on the screen. You see all them bright lights. Make bright the arrows, right? The arrows are the warheads, or those missiles. These are the true fireworks that's gonna light the sky up, man. Boom, 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 right? Boom, 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 at like a massive rate, man. Gather the shields. The Lord have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, right? Which will be the ones that spearheading this, which are the Russians that dwelling in that land currently. Okay, and they're going to spearhead this. How do we know this? Putin is the one visiting these different states and countries and making alliances and convincing them that his plan is efficient, all right, and it's legit, and convincing them through the spirit and power of HAQADASH that the West, right, the known world, the world today known as the West, which is the America and his alliances, are corrupt. All right, it's time to break away from them and so forth and so forth. And let's create this and let's form this alliance. Now he has alliances with who? Kim Jong-un, right? North Korea, right? You have alliances with China. You have alliances with India. These are the biggest nations on the earth in terms of population. Okay, and they have the most people, and they creating what? The bigger weaponry, man. Okay, how you gonna fight against that? It says, the Lord have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. Right. It tell you that in 2 Edges, I believe 15, that the Lord will return. And Iran. Come on, man. These are all individuals who have a pure dislike, choosing our words wisely, for the red, white, and blue, man. Who's tired of his bullying. But he saw what return of Carmanians into their nature, that wild nature, that warlike nature. Not just the Carmanians, which are the Iranians or Iran, but everybody. Russia going back to that Soviet Union mindset. That's why NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, that's why NATO was formed and created to combat Russia, man. During World War II, I believe that was World War II. They created NATO to combat the USSR. But the Lord is restoring that spirit back in the earth, that warlike spirit. Because why? This is the way it's tell you in Psalms 9, the Lord is known by the judgment in which he executed. This is the Lord's show, and he's going to bring these fireworks into the sky, man. Don't everybody see the fireworks? They look up into the sky and they all can see it. I might be in one part of my city, but it's actually happening downtown, but I can see it from my house in the inner parts of the city. That's how the world is going to see these fireworks. They're going to see the fireworks shot. They're going to see the missile shot from one. They're going to see the missile shot from one end of the earth to the next, man. It says, for his device, right, his plan against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong, set the watchmen, the prophets, right? All right, prepare the ambushes. And that's how the ambushes were prepared, because the prophets was put on the scene, all right, which now led to the fulfilling of the spirits being guided to their lots, if you will. The prophets gave the judgment through the spirit of power, YAHWASHI. They gave the direction. We tell the future. We tell the things necessary for the spirits to go unto their lots. And that's what you see happening on the earth. For the Lord have both devised and done that, which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. And that's what you see, man. It says, this is Jeremiah 50 and 22. A sound of battle is in the land and a great destruction. How is the hammer? And that's what you see, a sound of a war. The sound of battle is a war cry, right? That's the drums that's beating. How is the hammer? Esau is the hammer. He beat everybody into submission through his philosophies, his policies, right? His currency, right? His plans. The whole earth. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut in sunder and broken? How is Babylon becoming desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord have opened his armory, which is those ICBM missiles, and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts, meaning Lord of armies, and in the land of the Chaldeans, meaning in the land of the red, white, and blue, man. So the Lord has opened up his armory, man. And in his armory is them fireworks. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord's armory. This is let's go. Let's go to, bear with me. Let me see. Let's go to, is it Habakkuk? Let me see. Hold up. This is Habakkuk. Habakkuk 3 and 7. It says, I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains of the land of Median did tremble. Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Right, because it's going to be so much force smacking the ground and smacking the earth that it's going to look like the Lord was displeased at the rivers, man. Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea? That thou didst ride upon thy horses and thy chariots of salvation? Thy bow was made quite naked, according to the oaths of the tribes, even thy words, Selah. A musical pause. Thou didst cleave earth, the earth with rivers. The mountains saw thee and they trembled. The overflowing of the water passed by. The deep uttered his voice and lifted up his hands on high. Right. So the Lord is going to do damage, man. That's basically the overall message. Okay, with his own fireworks, he's not going to come like the scripture saying Isaiah 47, meet thee as a man. You know, the Lord is not coming like that. He's coming with fierce anger and wrath. You see, this is Psalms 11:6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares. Rain comes from the sky, and it's going and that's what you see. Them fireworks, when they hit the sky, boom, boom, they fall like they look like an umbrella. They fall, but they come back down to the earth. You know, and so the Lord is going to rain upon the wicked. He shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and in a horrible tempest, this shall be the portion of their cup. For the righteous Lord loveth the righteousness, his countenance doeth behold the upright. So yeah, the Lord is going to rain upon the head of the wicked. You know, the head is at the top, so you have to come from above, like it says in Jeremiah 30. Upon the wicked, like it just says, upon the wicked he shall rain snares, man. Matter of fact, let's get two more. Let's get that Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30:23. Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord go forth with fury, a continual whirlwind, it shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. Those are fireworks, man. The fierce anger of the Most High Yahweh, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, shall not return till he have done it, until he have performed the intents of his heart. These are meaning this is his intentions, meaning this is what he mean in this judgment that's coming. He's not pulling back. He's not gonna say, oh, there's a baby. Let me stop the missile and go on his feet like next to it and protect. No. The ones he's gonna protect is those pillars that I read earlier. In the latter days, you should consider it. So that's what we're living in the latter days. So you go to Jeremiah 1. Let's close with this. There's Jeremiah 1 and 18. For behold, I have made thee this day a defense city and an iron pillar and brazen walls against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land. So the Lord is going to make certain men pillars, all right, to be protected, all right, in the day of judgment. And they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee, for I am with thee, said the Lord, to deliver thee. So the Lord is going to deliver those pillars. Why? Because the earth will shake with the Lord's fireworks. He's bringing fireworks, okay? And the ones, the pure, right? Like yesterday, I was putting my son in the car, and he was looking for me. He was looking for cover because the fireworks were loud. They were loud and it was explosive, and he was looking for cover inside the. He was looking for me. You know what I'm saying? To protect him and cover him, and that's what the elect is doing. They're liking it to babes. They're liking it to his children. All right, and they're gonna be looking for YAHWASHI for cover from the scary noise and the scary essence of those fireworks that's gonna be brought, man. Right? So, Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise and worship to Yahweh BAHASHAM BAHASHAM HAQADASH. Double honors to our bishop, elders, and apostle, elders, and bishop, great millstone, peace, citation, the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the rest of the large multitude of children that the Lord will have mercy on. Against your brother Kadash from the GMS branch here in Cleveland, Lord willing, is edifying until next time. Shalom.